Welcome to the Matawan Aberdeen School District's Committee of the Whole meeting on May 9th, 2022. Time is now 6:30 p.m. The New Jersey Open Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or agreed upon. In accordance with the provision of this act, the Matawan Aberdeen Regional School District Board of Education advertised this meeting on January 10th, 2022 in Asbury Park Press and the Star Ledger. This notice was sent to the municipal clerks of the Borough of Matawan and the Township of Aberdeen and the Matawan Aberdeen Public Library. The notice was also placed on the district's website. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Ms. Case, can we please have roll call?
Mr. Ahern, Dr. Delaney,
Here.
Ms. Silas,
Here.
Ms. Friedman, Ms. Martinez,
Here.
Mr. Montone,
Here.
Ms. Pell,
Here.
Ms. Osborne,
Present.
Mrs. Scully.
Here.
Okay. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the correspondence to the board?
So moved.
Thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
Perfect. So we're going to move to the board president's report. Welcome everyone. Hope everyone had a nice weekend and a wonderful Mother's Day. Wanted to remind everyone that summer programming for the middle school and high school students went out this week to the parents and guardians, a letter about that. It includes both academic as well as enrichment type of programs. If you have any questions, please reach out to the schools directly. In addition to a variety of sports and clubs and activities happening at each of the schools this week, I wanted to mention some other fun things that are coming up over the next 2 weeks. We've got at the high school, we have the Cultural Diversity Celebration this Friday evening with food, music, games. At the preschool, we have the Donuts with the Grown-Up event happening this week as well. Next week, we've got chorus concerts at Strathmore, Ravine Drive, and Lloyd Road. The High School Dance Academy has their showcase in the evening. And we have the Spring and Band concert as well at the high school. And then lastly, we also have the Relay for Life at the high school, which is a really big fundraiser. And this year, it's an overnight event, May 21st into the 22nd. Just a reminder, Memorial Weekend will be extended to include Tuesday, May 31st and Wednesday, June 1st, since we didn't use 2 of our snow days. The exception is Ravine Drive in Strathmore, who will have an in-person half day of school on Wednesday, June 1st to make up for the extra day that they were closed. And lastly, a reminder that parents and guardians wishing to apply for 2022-2023 non-mandated courtesy busing, which is the subscription busing, must complete the application and turn it in by May 31st. Now we will move to curriculum and instruction. Dr. Bombardier.
Good evening. Beginning with Part A, travel, we have 1 staff member attending the New Jersey Association of School Psychologists Spring Conference, 2 staff members attending the Heinemann Benchmark Assessment System Workshop, 2 staff members attending the Google EDU Summit at no cost, 1 staff member attending the Multi-Tiered System of Supports Workshop, 3 staff members attending the Annual Early Childhood Summit, and 2 ESL teachers attending the NJTSOL, which is a change of date from their previous approval. Moving on to Part B, we're asking the board to approve items 1 and 2 under B, other, and that's all for curriculum instruction.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll motion.
Second.
Okay. We're going to move to student services. Mr. Liebman.
Thank you and good evening. Under student services, item number 1 is an action item for this evening. We're making a recommendation to the board to approve bedside instruction for the following 2 students as listed on the agenda with cost and effective dates. That's an action item. Item number 2 is for consideration for the RAM. We're asking that the board approve Matawan Regional High School's participation in the 22-23 Chick-fil-A Leader Academy rationale as listed on the agenda, 0 cost to the district. That concludes student services.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll motion. I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Moving to personnel, Mr. Lehman.
Under personnel, we have some action items for the board to approve this evening. We're asking that the board approve for action items 1 through 8, which includes the 22-23 rehire list, staff rehire list. Those items are for action this evening. We're also asking the board to approve or to consider items for approval for the May RAM. These will be items A, B, C1 through C15, and items D1 through 4. That concludes personnel.
Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll motion.
Mr. Monto. Thank you. Policy, Mr. Lehman?
For policy, we're asking the board to consider first reading this evening, first reading for policy 5460. That is first reading. That concludes policy agenda.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
Motion. I'll second.
Thank you. Finance, Ms. Case?
We're looking to approve one item for action. That will be item number 1 for approval of addendum of agreement and salary guides between the Matawan-Aberdeen Regional School District and the Matawan-Aberdeen Regional Education Association. And then we will be looking to take action on items 2 through 62 at the RAM.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll motion.
Yes.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments from the board on any of the agenda items?
I have a question.
Sure, Ms. Osborne?
On the rehire list, and I apologize because I didn't go over this a little prior. Just a question. Number 16 stated on here, our assistant business administrator. Is that person going to be our new board secretary? Is that what the slash is?
No, she's the assistant.
So
She's the backup.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Ms. Powell?
I had a question on the personnel agenda, the music teacher. I was curious what schools the teacher would be at, which one, because it just says music teacher. I was just curious, what grade levels?
Elementary.
Oh, great, okay. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, we're going to move to public comments on agenda items and additional matters. The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on matters of interest to the school community. Individuals wishing to speak must state their name and address. Comments are limited to 3 minutes duration, but an individual may speak a second time after all others who wish to speak on the topic have been heard. All statements should be directed to the board president, and no participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are requested to express themselves in a civil manner with due respect for the dignity and privacy of others whose legal rights may be affected. Please note, while it is not the board's intention to stifle comment on matters of legitimate concern, the public should be aware that if their statements violate the rights of others under the law of defamation or invasion of privacy, they may face personal liability to the injured party. If speakers are uncertain of the legal ramifications of their comments, the board urges them to seek guidance beforehand from their own legal advisor. Any comments from the public or questions? No? Okay, then we're going to move to a vote on agenda items, just the action items. So within student services, item number 1, personnel, items 1 through 8, policy, the first read, and finance, number 1.
Dr. Delaney?
Yes.
Ms. Vilas?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Mr. Montone?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes.
Ms. Osborne?
Yes.
Mrs. Coley?
Yes.
Okay. Any unfinished business? No? Any new business?
Yes.
Mr. Monto?
Just like to congratulate Linda Walling, the cast, crew, and staff who received 14 nominations for the Count Basie Awards, which will take place on May 25th at the Count Basie Theater, and we wish them the best. Thank you.
Any other new business? Ms. Osborne?
I just want to say also Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in our community. I know last week and this week we had a lot of celebrations, so thank you to all of our teachers for Teacher Appreciation Week, and thank you to all our nurses for also Nurses Appreciation Week and also administrative assistants for their appreciation week. Thank you.
Okay, then we're going to move into executive session. Be it resolved that a closed session be convened for the purpose of discussing privacy, personnel, and attorney-client matters. The subject matter of these discussions will be disclosed to the public when the reason for confidentiality subsides. Although the board cannot guarantee it, the length of the executive session is estimated to be 45 minutes, after which the public meeting of the board shall reconvene and proceed with business. Action will not take place. Can I get a motion and a second to enter executive session?
I'll motion. I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.